Date is July 23rd, 2026. Yesterday, the 22nd, this Illuminati invasion regime held a vote to see about merging the U.S. incorporated military with the Israelis. Never thought that we would be ever living to see a day like yesterday. And the big importance about yesterday, not only just even a thought of having even a thought of merging with another country is bad enough, but to pick the very worst possible one to even do that with, and that's exactly what they done with Israel. Now, if it was just a thought, it'd be one thing, but then they actually brought it to and put it to a vote. And then on top of it, it actually passed. Now, that don't mean that it's in effect yet. So anyone watching this, you still have time to say something, to speak up, because if you don't, that is acceptance. And I want to be very clear about it. If you do not call and verbally tell them your name and that you don't want this, you're agreeing to it. Not only are you supporting it, but you're agreeing to it. Now, it passed like 216 to 200 and what was it? 12, I think it was. So it passed by 4 votes, but it doesn't matter if it was just one. Now, they're putting up all of these bullshit. They're just putting up a bunch of bullshit and then expecting you and I to just take it. Well, we are until we do something about it. I mean, this literally is backwards. You know, this is the cart before the horse. It's the tail wagging the dog. You know, it's the shit before the toilet. It's wiping before you poop. And if you think I'm talking nasty, it's good, because this is very nasty. It's as nasty. These pedophiles they're out of control, and they're to the point now to where, and they have been to where if you and I say anything, it's an afterthought that they don't even worry about, and they know this. And to be doing something like that anyway, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Marjorie Taylor Greene here, that's going to explain to you what they're doing. This is from yesterday, and I put this on the live yesterday. But I'm doing it again here, and then immediately afterwards, or maybe even during at some point, I'm going to pause, because I am actually going to be calling live to the Washington switchboard, and I'm going to see about talking to the answering machine at Dave Taylor, which is 2nd District of Ohio, which is unfortunately where I am. So this piece of shit, Dave Taylor, actually supports this NDAA is what they're calling it, or what? Yeah, right there. To stop the NDAA, Congress is giving away America's sovereignty. Hell, they done gave that away. They're trying to completely abolish that. They need it eradicated. People, you better hear what I'm telling you. You know, turn your head, go away, whatever the hell it is you want to do, that's on you. But don't claim that you love your children and turn away, and don't claim that you love the Lord and turn away from this, because you don't understand. If you don't speak up and speak out and say that you do or that you don't want something, you are in compliance agreement, and you are saying yes, that is what you want, by saying nothing. It's bullshit. And I hope that sounds vulgar. I probably can't say it vulgar enough, even if I would use every profanity word, that I can think of. This is vulgar stuff that we're talking about. It's absolutely, and anyway, watch this right here, because this is more documentation that James Preston here is not staying silent. I don't condone this. I don't give my consent. I am not signing off on this. Matter of fact, I want all of these invaders the hell out of our country. We don't have America, not until we throw these individuals into the meat grinder and completely eradicate them, because that's what their Talmud tells them to do to you and I, to the Goyim. If this is new language to you or whatever, that's good, but it's also bad. But if you've stayed this far, sit back and enjoy here. Listen to what MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene here, is saying, and I'll be back with you shortly.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I wanted to make you guys a quick video just to explain the NDAA vote. That's the National Defense Authorization Act. This is the bill that you've heard a lot about, that contains Section 219, which is the actual merging of U.S. military intelligence and also our defense supply chain, which is incredibly important. That's all types of contracts that build all types of weapons and equipment for our military. That Section 219 merges the United States military with the Israeli military. This is something that should never happen with any foreign country. It's a complete destruction to our sovereignty and is completely America last. So I really want to explain this vote to you, because I'm seeing all types of wrong information and misunderstandings on social media. Okay, so there was 2 votes for the NDAA that had Section 219 in it. Yesterday there was the rule vote. The rule vote is basically a vote on the House floor that everyone is voting on the rule that will move forward the actual bill. So the only Republican that voted no on the rule yesterday was Thomas Massie. Then today there was the final passage vote on the NDAA. That is the actual vote that passes the bill. Well, today on the actual final passage of the NDAA that contains Section 219, there were 7 Republicans that voted no. Now, mind you, those same 7 Republicans, 6 of them voted yes with all the other Republicans on the rule vote. Thomas Massie was the only no vote on the rule. But today on final passage, there were 7 Republicans that voted no. They voted no to the NDAA, which contains Section 219. I'm going to tell you who they are. Okay, so the total 7 that voted no today was Josh Burkeen, Tim Burchett, Eli Crane, give me one second, Harriet Hageman, Anna Paulina Luna, Thomas Massie, Chip Roy. Let me make sure I got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Those were them. So again, those names are Burkeen, Burchett, Crane, Luna, Massey, Hageman, and Roy. Those were the Republicans, the total 7 that voted no on final passage. Let me explain the difference between the rule vote and the final passage vote. Now, any bill that goes to the House floor for a final passage vote has to go through a rule vote, and sometimes it'll be in a rule vote by itself, and sometimes they pack in other bills along with that bill, and have just one rule vote for a whole package of bills. And that's a trick that they use to get Republicans to vote yes, because they may have a certain bill they really want to pass, even though they're against another one. They'll vote yes to that rule to move it forward. And then a bill will get voted on in final passage. That's a second vote, totally separate. The final passage vote can be a standalone bill, or it can be a package of bills. That's another thing they do to trick members of Congress to vote for something that another bill they really want to pass, even if they're against another one. It'll trick them to vote yes when they really want to vote no. Well, the rule vote for the NDAA, this is really important. If the 7 total Republicans that had voted no on final passage, if they had all voted no on the rule vote, guess what? That would have totally stopped the NDAA. It wouldn't have moved forward. They would have stopped Section 219. So I really appreciate those 7 Republicans that voted no to final passage. However, I wish 6 of them had voted no with Thomas Massey, because Thomas Massey had the courage to vote no on the rule. If those 6 Republicans had voted no on the rule, then I don't think the NDAA would have moved forward, and there would have been a much bigger fight on Section 219. So I wanted to break that down and explain it to you. Also, I totally agree with you, because right now you're saying, why are there 2 votes? This is ridiculous. Look, it's a complicated system. All of it's ridiculous, but they make it complicated on purpose, and they do that so they can get garbage passed and horrible things put into law, and it makes it really hard for members of Congress to stand up and stop it. A second thing I want to explain to you. Now that the NDAA has passed the House, it passed the House today with 216 yes votes, 212 no votes.
Okay, so listen to what she just said, okay? Look here. Republicans, yes, 209. Only 7 Republicans said no. Only 7. Democrats, yes, 6 of them. No's, 205. See, it's all the same game. It goes on and on and on. If this was a Democrat led regime this time, then it'd be the same thing. Just it's all a bunch of bullshit. Unless we fully and completely get it through our heads that we are Americans, letting them run their bullshit game here, their shows that they've been putting on for us, we're not going to get out of this. And all this here is creating that little hairline fracture gap. If they get this through, which the first part's already been done right here, you're seeing it. This happened yesterday. Okay, so now it'll move on to the next step, so this is in the House or whatever, and then they'll take it to the Senate or whatever, where it's to be voted on and so on and so forth, and then it'll go to old Trumpy Dumpy. And does anyone think, now remember, you seen his buddy there, the demonic little hat wearer, she gave and has already promised an additional $250 million to dump Trump there if he runs for a third term or whatever, So, but right now, here's what we're dealing with. So, and you'll listen to Miss Green here, she's going to tell you here just shortly that she's going to put it on J.D. Vance's plate there, thinking that he's going to brush it off into the meat grinder or whatever, but the only thing he's putting in the meat grinder will be us. And or also, here's what possibly they could be doing. Okay? This better not go through. This better not go through. I don't accept it. Everybody that I talk to does not want it. So how can a quote-unquote representative of we the people be even having a vote on something that we know that we do not want collectively as a whole? I haven't found anyone, even those that still say that Trump is like working a 3D chess game or whatever. You know, there's still some of those out there, way too many though, actually, that really believe that Trump is still pretending to be this horrible because he's going to do something good for we the people, which is hilarious because he is a demonic himself, self-admittedly. And I already put that out on the show yesterday if you was here or whatever. Thank you to everyone who watched my videos. Thank you for all those that are taking the time out for watching this or whatever. I do not want to be here. I do not want to be talking about this shit. This shit has been force-fed to us by who? Ourselves. That's right. Who's to blame for all this? We the people are. We are to blame. We've ran off and we was playing and mud running and working on our four-wheelers, our cars, you know, trying to live life or whatever, because we knew what? We knew they was already corrupt. We didn't want in that system, you know. We wanted to go to church and pretend to be the good people, right? Well, that's what you're doing, because if you really, really love, or if you're truly a Christian that claims to be able to love, what do we got to do? Okay, love is whenever, you know, does anybody have any doubts whatsoever? I'm not even going to ask that. There was no doubt that Yeshua knew what love was and is. I mean, that's ultimate love right there, right? And what does the Bible even tell us? It says that there's no greater gift than somebody that lays down their life for another. Okay? So, I'm ready. That's why I'm doing this. Not the greatest at it, maybe. Not the worst. Don't care. If for no other reason, it's documentation, because like I said, if you don't speak up, speak out, start doing something, say something against all of this bullshit, then you're consenting and you are complicit, you are willing, you are condoning it, you are supporting it, you are all for it. Not my words, not my law. That's the way that it is. That's the way it is. That's not just words that I'm saying. That's the way that this regime has made it to be. So if you don't say anything, you don't think that they have your name, you don't think that they know your address and your children's name and everything, that they think is animals, by the way, according to their well, according to them. See, they don't live by the Talmud. They just live, and the Talmud says how they live. So, and you know what? You can watch the videos of somebody literally saying that that you are to die. But they say it. That's what the Talmud. Well, not like, again. That's what they say, and then the Talmud says what they are saying, which is what I just told you. So let's finish this here up here, and then we'll make a phone call. But I want you to pay attention. These numbers here, It don't make any difference. Down here, totals 216 to 212. So it's sort of like, how is second place? Well, that's a loser. What is first place? Well, that's the winner. So they won this round, and if you're gonna, and it's up to you if you let them win this.
It is
the whole
the
thing.
Next stage is this bill moves on to the Senate. So bills have to pass the House, the Senate before they go to the president's desk. Now that the NDAA will go to the Senate, there's one person that I'm calling on that could really make a difference here, and that is the president of the Senate, who happens to be the vice president, J.D. Vance. Now, the vice president, J.D. Vance, he is the go-between and the major communicator between the White House.
Okay, and let me tell you who that she is calling on here. And let me tell you about old JD there, okay? Just like people that still I'm finding, even today, I just met a really amazing guy, Mr. Hall. He genuinely took the time and was getting information from me, and you could tell he had little ones and stuff, and you could tell that he genuinely was wanting the information, because he wasn't liking the whole merging of the militaries and stuff like that neither. But let's be clear about it, okay? Any merger whatsoever, any of it whatsoever, it doesn't matter how they say it. Well, it's just the military. Well, really? Although you don't understand, it's not they're merging the militaries, they're just merging certain blah, 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 or whatever it is. Really? Are we really going to let them treat us like we're that damn dumb? I would. I mean, because look at what all they've already got by on our dumb asses so far, right? So, I'm not accepting it. I'm speaking up and I'm saying something. So, if you're going to say something, let me tell you right now, 202-224-3121. That's the switchboard in Washington. Again, 202-224-3121. You just call that up and tell them who that you would like to speak with or whatever. You will never, ever, ever speak with a congressman, representative, or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're all invaders anyway. This is not our government. Not our government. This is just the regime from the Illuminati that we have to put up with. When I say Illuminati, that's not a fictitious, made-up fairy tale or whatever you want to call it. The Illuminati is just a way of saying Rothschild, Rockefeller, Demichi, Freeman's, and what's her name there that supports Trump or whatever, give him $250 million or whatever, And they're all demonics. They're all demonics. So, anyway, so she's wanting, Marjorie Taylor Greene is putting her eggs in a basket for J.D. Vance to do something. One or two things going to happen, of course. He will stand up and do something, or he will allow it to go right on through. I'm thinking that, it doesn't matter either way, because this whole thing doesn't work. This whole thing that they're calling government is of the Illuminati, and it's not our government whatsoever. So they may be using this as a big setup for J.D. Vance, so that you'll think that, he's presidential. Oh, he stopped that from happening. Oh man, he's got to become next president. Well, I think that's what they're lining him up for, and that might be what this whole thing is about. But make no mistake about it, they're going to win either way, right? Because they have our attention on it, which is exactly what they want. So they're saying, okay, well, if it gets through, we win, because now we've got a crack there that we can get our chisel into, and we can just bust it open with a great big sledgehammer, which they will do. And if not, they'll still win, because then they can make their creation, which is one of them as well, J.D. Vance, who, and you can look this up and do it for yourself, you know. I say listen and verify, you know. But Peter Thiel of Palantir, okay, the company Palantir, this is the idiot responsible for all of the invasion in our privacy and stuff, the flock cameras and all that stuff, you know. Thiel gave, I don't know how much to J.D. Vance or whatever, but go and look at all of the to-doings that Thiel done for J.D. Vance or whatever. Who I absolutely, I mean, does anybody know how many times that J.D. Vance has changed his name? 4 or 5 times or what? I don't know how many times. I don't even know his real name right off the top of my head. He's changed his names like 4 or 5 times. So, you know, we don't need no more of that bullshit. What we need to do is completely do away with this invasion shit. And I don't want to call it a government. It's the invasion, whatever, you know, of our system that we once had. We need to not use it at all. No voting for any of them that's had anything to do with it. We need our own people in there that's for we the people, genuinely for we the people. Does anybody believe in that Constitution? Because the Constitution says one thing, like, well, you know, if they try to make a law and it goes against the Constitution, well, then it's no law at all, and you don't have to listen to it. You don't even have to pay attention to it. So it is what the Constitution says, right? But then if you try to do something like that, like where you don't have to have a driver's license to travel, because it says that you have a right to travel unmolested with your property, you know, unmolested and you know, free from searches and seizures and illegal taxes and all this stuff. But yet, if you go and you do that, it's like, well, what are you doing out here without a driver's license? Where are you going? Where are you coming from? And everything else, right? Anybody believe in that Constitution? You don't have a damn Constitution. You don't have it. You don't have a damn law. If there's a law that says that they can't do a certain thing, you don't have a Constitution or a law that works for we the people if it's not enforced. And don't claim that you love children if you're not willing to stand your ass up and say something or do something about it. You know, this is horse shit. Look, the USS Liberty or whatever that got attacked by Israel, you know, they killed our own people or whatever. What did we do? What did we do about that? You know what they made them do? They made them sign NDAs or whatever, non-disclosure agreements, meaning they couldn't talk about it, which it absolutely is insane, because I feel that if somebody is ever asked to do that, that they would be allowed to go ahead and sign that thing. But then if the circumstances warrant, which this would be a situation where it would definitely warrant, where we the people could say that piece of paper is not even fit to be a piece of toilet paper, making them sign where they won't say what really happened and who's really attacking we the people. But here's what I would also question also. Even if those individuals signed the NDAs, why didn't they say something? Because their first duty was to we the people, you know? And it says against foreign and domestic, you know? So they had that what they was thinking was our own people that was telling them something that they knew better. They knew that they should have said something, because as soon as it ran out the one did start speaking about it. That was on the Liberty there. That was attacked by Israel, and that's the Illuminati created. Rothschild, was the one that really put in the money and stuff. But they're all connected. They're all connected. So Rockefeller, Rothschild, it don't make any difference. They're all the same. Illuminati. Okay, so let me do this right here. We'll finish this here up, and then we'll be making a phone call.
Which is the admin in the Senate. And J.D. Vance, who I have strongly supported in the past, is also served as a senator. So he has good connections there in the Senate. This is where we really need someone that's on the team of America First to step up in a big way. And this is where Vice President J.D. Vance can come in, and he can put a stop to Section 219. He could come in and do the negotiations between the admin and the Senate, where they can completely wipe out Section 219, remove that section from the NDAA in the Senate, do that work in the Senate, and then it'll come back to the House for another vote, where it should get full support from the GOP. I would imagine that most of those
from the GOP, the grand old poop, is the Republicans, the GOP. No, no. Like I said, and you even heard her, where it should, she said, should. Yeah, she still don't get it, and she's one of them that was right in there and seen it first and foremost. MTG here, I think she is trying to line herself up to make a run at the presidency or whatever. But the president of what? U.S. Incorporated. No. We Americans don't want this corporation. We don't want it. So enough of the bullshit. We need to get online and on track, get our heads out of our ass, and start working together and get rid of all this garbage and get our damn country. Because we don't have one right now.
7 would vote yes.
We're going to be making a phone call here
the
shortly.
NDAA if Section 219 was completely stripped out. So I wanted to explain this to you because one of the most confusing places in the world is the United States Congress. And it's also one of the
I don't know why that's funny to her.
Corrupt and failing institutions in the world, as they have now got all Americans in $40 trillion in debt. So
I don't know why you're laughing, MTG. I mean, this is absolutely infuriating to me that even the thought of even merging any damn thing at all. It doesn't matter if you're saying a piece or the whole damn thing. To me, it's the whole damn thing.
Social Security and Medicare will completely fail in 2032, and we're now fighting another foreign war when we were supposed to end all foreign wars. So, yeah, I just wanted to communicate this to you, give you a simple
Okay, so she gave her simple explanation or whatever, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play this again, but I'm going to be, this time, I'm getting ready to make the phone call, and we're going to call live. I'm going to show you how it is that you do this. So, again, don't care if you watch it, walk away from it, give your consent, you condone it, whatever you want to do, that's totally up to you. But this is my record live right now as it's happening, that I do not condone it and I will not condone it. So I'm going to go through the steps, which I've already proven several times on my channel that it don't work. Why? Because we're actually calling the damn enemy to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like asking somebody to monitor theirself. You know, it's like, well, I'm going to put you in this room full of gold and make sure you don't walk out with any, because I'm not going to be around to watch you one way or the other. But make sure that you don't put any gold in your pocket and, go store it somewhere. Yeah, right. Okay. Let's make a phone call.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I wanted to make you guys
202 224 3121. No, you can see that or not. There we go.
You've reached the United States Capitol Switchboard. Please say the name of the senator or representative that you are trying to reach, or say I'm not sure.
Dave Taylor, Ohio.
Connecting you to the office of Representative Dave Taylor. Dialing.
Congressman Taylor's office, how can I help you today?
Yeah, who am I speaking with?
This is John.
Hey, John, this is James Preston.
How are you doing today, sir? I think we spoke yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Give me 1 second here.
No rush.
Okay, so we're calling live right now to show you indeed how to do this so that you can do it for yourself. If you want to be among the few, the proud, the brave, the genuine, the patriots, the few that's standing up together, that genuinely know what being an American is all about, you know. But we'll see. So, like I said, this is more a record. And we want all of this to go on the record and as a message to get to Congress that we know that this Dave Taylor right here is a complete sellout. Actually, he's not sold out at all. That we know he belongs to Israel. We know that he's working for Israel. He's already been on the record from a year ago where he actually says that he's been in support of this NDAA the whole entire time. And this time he's stood up and saying the same thing. And as you can see right here, as I'm showing you, Congressman Taylor supports NDAA to strengthen national security. Anybody believe that horse shit? Well, if you do, then I got some weird land I'd really like to sell to you. You all are not traitors. You all are loyal worker butt plugs to Israel, and you are not for we the people. You are trespassing on our property, our country. We want you the hell out, and anything and everything that we can do, you will to the fullest extent as we possibly can do. And the Second Amendment is on the way. I'm telling you, you guys, this is nothing short of absolute ludicrousy passing this NDAA garbage. Okay, because you guys have listened to your masters and stuff over in the Illuminati, Rothschild, Rockefeller, and what's her name there? The one that just gave Trump $250 million or wanting to. I can't think of her name right now. Let me see if I can pull that up here right quick.
No rush.
Okay. Hey, just real quick here. Anybody ever seen this from the Epstein files? Yep, that's a real non-doctored or whatever. You can see that, and you can see who's right there standing while that's on the table right there. Okay, so hold on. I'll find the old. Okay, let's see here. Stand by. Oh, right here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here. This is. Let me hold that up there so everybody can see it. Adelson.
Could you spell that out for me, please? Just making sure I got this all down right.
Adelson. Adelson.
Perfect. I have that down.
Promises Trump $250 million if he runs again. Now she's already given I don't know how many millions to him or whatever, but let me see. Do I have? I don't see her first name. Anyway, old Edelson there. She is a demonic, and so I'm on the record saying that we, the people, do not support, have not given our consent to none of this bullshit.
Video.
See, I can't. We can't call you guys traitors because you're not traitors. You belong to who you belong to. So to say traitors is the wrong thing. You're invaders. You guys have invaded we the people's country. And all of your sick garbage and everything. We know that Dumpy Trumpy there is nobody of any power. That he works for Edelson and the rest of the demonics little hat wearers. We know this. How do we know this? Why is it that you look up in the sky and that you see these poison trails? Okay, if somebody had any kind of power, they would stop that, right? Well, not if they're demonic. Not if they really hate you and they want something bad to happen to you. Not if they want you to be dead. So of course they're going to leave all the poison up there. Do you know what's coming out of those jets and stuff?
No, I'm not directly aware of the exact chemical composition of what might be in those.
Graphene. And
Is that like spelled like graphite?
I would imagine. I don't know. I'm not. It's graphene. You can Google it.
Okay.
Or whatever, and that's just one of them. That's just one. There's aluminum oxide.
Okay.
And there's other things in there. And the whole thing with old RFK, old Kennedy, pretending like he's supposed to be doing something, he ain't doing shit. John, you almost act like that you care, brother, but I'm going to tell you something. You do know that Donald Trump's a Jew, right?
Sir, I'm not directly aware of what the president's religious affiliation is, but I do want to promise you I'm writing everything you're telling me down. So it's all very much on the record.
Okay, well, it's surprising to me to find how many people don't, in fact, know that he is, and it's self-admitted. He's self-admitted that he is one. And if you watch my channel, you can absolutely see that where I show the video, or you can pull it up yourself. Just look up Trump admits he's a Jew. Yeah, and you can watch him do it. I put it on the channel yesterday a couple times, and I'll probably put it on again right here. Matter of fact, here I'm gonna show the picture right here right now. Okay, right here it is. Trump admits he is the first Jewish president. Now, what's the significance of that? As I've already said, that when you're a demonic like that, that means you are living by what the way you're living is in accordance with exactly what the Talmud says, and that's Talmud, Talmud, I think, Talmud, which says that if you are not a demonic, like they are, that you are to die. And you know what? This is not my words. This is absolutely coming directly from their own Talmud. And they are getting ready, and you better listen to what I'm saying. This November, they are setting up the first council for the Noahide laws. Anybody know what Noahide laws are? John?
I believe you mentioned them to me yesterday when you called me on the phone. I did make sure to add that to your record yesterday.
Yeah. So you know, here's the thing. Right now, you are with the Illuminati because you're in their setting and you're getting paid pushing on $100,000 a year, I'd say, for answering the phones. So you're with them. You work for them. You're not working for me. As the scam is being played out like that, you know, when you call this number, and I've already proven this time and time and time again, this will never ever go to where it's like the big lie is that the Constitution and all that stuff, it says that if you call this number that I done give to all of you out there, 202-224-3121, if you call this number, it's a switchboard, you can ask to talk to any of the Illuminati worker butt plugs that you want, but don't expect anything because you won't get anything. Your message is supposed to go to Congress. And it never will, and never has, and that's just the way it is. It's the fakeness that the demonics have created. They own it all. They have their fingers in it all. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, all of them owns each other. So they're all right together. Just because it's a different name, Rothschild, Rockefeller, it don't make any difference. You can say BlackRock, Rockefeller, you can say Rothschild, Vanguard, whatever, it don't matter. Bill Gates, all of them are in it together. They have ticks that they're dumping out on us or whatever that's giving us this disease where we can't eat meat and all this stuff. And you know what? Nobody's wanting to pay attention to that until it happens to you. And if you watch the videos where it's alpha-gal syndrome is what it's called. It gives you alpha-gal syndrome from a tick that I have never seen in Ohio in all my life until this year. And you can watch videos where these demonics are dropping boxes of these genetically altered insects, parasites that latch on to not only us, but the very animals that we would consider slaughtering to feed ourselves. Because if you go to the Goyim slop place, Kroger's or any of the rest of them, you can't even buy meat or anything like that comfortably and know that it's not been mucked with or messed with, because it has. It has been mucked with. It has been messed with. They're putting cricket flour in all kinds of stuff. Just about anything you can think of. Crackers, Doritos, you name it, that is known to not just maybe, but does cause cancer. John, you're doing a good job pretending like you give a shit, buddy. I appreciate that.
No, sir, don't worry. I promise I'm writing it all down.
Yeah. Do you want to read back to me the message?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm just going to start from the very top, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we have, that Dave Taylor belongs to Israel due to his being support of the NDA, specifically with that section for the combination with Israel. We're all butt plugs for Israel. We're trespassing on property of we the people. We will all be persecuted for treason. Well, you said specifically not treason, actually, since we are loyal, but treason against we the people, not to anybody we're loyal to. Those people specifically being the Illuminati, the Rothschilds. You said was Adelson a mayor? I wanted to double check on that.
Alpha Gal.
Okay. And the Rockefellers, and those are all the people we're loyal to. She's paying Trump $250 million to run again. She's demonic.
Oh, wait a minute. Alpha Gal. Hold on, but now are you talking about the?
Adelson?
Yeah, Edelson. Okay, I didn't know if it was Alpha
Mayor,
Gal.
I just want to make sure. You said Mayor Edelson?
No. I don't.
Okay.
I can't remember her first name right now. It's Edelson, is the one that is giving Trump an additional $250 million if he'll run for another term.
Okay, I have that down. Am I good to continue now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Trump actually does have no power since he works for the state of Israel and all those people listed above. Again, then we pivot over to the chemtrails.
No, wait a minute. Now add in there, he has no power or desire to help we the people. Well, actually he probably does have the power, but it's showing that he doesn't want to do anything to. He don't have any power. If he did, he would. Well, no. See, it's a catch-22, and that's how twisted that they like this to be, because everybody is thinking when you say government that it's our government. It's not. That's just a word that they found out. If they say government, somebody that says that thinks automatically, oh, that's my government. No, we have no government. We have a government from the Illuminati that they have put in that works for them. It's not our government at all. But it's being called the same thing, just like whenever they switched out in 1871, when they switched out the United States of America for U.S. Incorporated. Now, if you Google that, they'll say, oh, no, that never happened. But yet, all you have to do is a little bit of research, and you'll find out that it's in fact true. Same way with taxes and shit. When you dig into that, you will see where it actually says that it is voluntary to pay taxes. It's voluntary. But yet everybody pays it because they think that they have to do it.
Okay, I've made sure that is added on as well. Would you like me now to continue where we left off?
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Okay, then we're going on to the chemtrails, which release we specifically mentioned graphene and aluminum oxide.
Graphene.
Clearly showing that there's no care for we the people, and specifically that RFK isn't doing anything about that.
Well, no, RFK is just a distraction. He's just a butt plug. He's a lower butt plug that really, all he does is he goes around and, what is his name? Old Shmuley, who owns the dildo factories and stuff. Shmuley, he takes pictures. RFK takes pictures with old Shmuley and endorses him and stuff. And I've got a picture here for that too, for those that don't believe that. And I'll pull that up, John, while you continue.
Okay, I'm going to go on then from there. So specifically that RFK is another butt plug who doesn't do very much, clearly showing that there's no care for the people. Moving then, we have that Trump is Jewish, which he has admitted online in a video. Let's see. And that he lives in subservience to the Talmud, which specifically says that non-Jews should die. Then again, moving to November.
No, wait. That you said who should die?
Non-Jews.
Yeah, right. Okay. I wanted to be clear. I just wanted to make sure that that's clear. Anybody that's not like Trump, yeah, it says that or Netanyahu or the rest of them, and then want to make sure that we put in there that Huckabee is another big, huge butt plug that we know is a traitor. Or he's not a traitor, but he's loyal to the Illuminati also.
That's the ambassador to Israel, correct?
That's the ambassador. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
Am I good to go on now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In November, the Noahide Council is being set up, which of course will enact all of those Talmudic things you listed to me. We here in the office all make $100,000.
No. I know you make $100,000.
So I make $100,000.
It's close to that,
Okay. So
or it may be
okay.
more than that.
Oh, so it started at 100,000, but it goes up from there. Okay, I've changed that. Am I good to go on now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Then we go, here it is. Oh, Vanguard, State Street, and BlackRock all collude together. They support the releasing of the ticks with the alpha-gal that lets us not eat red meat, and specifically limits ability to hunt for your own food because it affects the animals as well. So you have to go to the Kroger, the other, I think you use the word, Goyim swap places that do not let you buy clean meat because it has cricket flour in it that can cause cancer.
That does cause cancer, the same as glyphosate.
Okay, I'll add that as well. And then I have the last note specifically being that taxes are specifically voluntary and people only pay them due to the belief that what is called the government is for them, but really it is America Inc., which is not for them, so people are deceived into paying taxes. And then specifically just tacked on that Mike Huckabee is kind of in the same category as Trump, Netanyahu, and they were above RFK.
Yeah, see, old Huckabee, he claims to be a Baptist Christian and stuff like that, but there's no way anybody can be a Christian that wants and is killing and murdering anyone, especially children, as they all are.
Okay, I have that down.
And also we want all of our people that you guys are messing with, you know, these very few brave individuals that have been arrested for actually doing what they took an oath to do. And I can pull up the information, but it doesn't matter. It's all of them. These military individuals, patriot Americans that has stood up and is speaking out on this very thing that I am speaking out on, and you all are prosecuting them for doing the very thing that they swore an oath to uphold, and they are upholding their duties, and you guys are trying to make them criminals. And they here's actually what they are. They are POWs at this point. So you guys are seeing them as disruptions or criminals or whatever you're trying to make them out to be, but they're not. They're actually patriot prisoners of war at this point. And I'm telling you to immediately release all of them. Any of them and all that was military, whether current or past, need to be released immediately. And also the rest of any individual who is standing up and saying and speaking out against this invasion filth.
Okay, I've added that onto the message as well.
Okay. And you know to duplicate that?
On that note, I just wanted to confirm I have Ms. Marsh's name spelled correctly. Could you spell that out for me? I do already have the address, which I know is also yours, but if you could just spell out her name all the way through for me, that'd be very helpful.
For...
Just so I can duplicate that in there. That would be Marsh as well, so I have that. Are you talking about no? And I'll make sure I have it all logged, and it'll get on to the congressman, okay?
Yeah, and here's the thing. Now, there's duplicates, so that's two separate calls, but this is what everybody that I speak to, everybody that I talk to, even today, whenever I was out, every one of us says the same thing, and whenever, when the demonic Trump was talking about that, vote for me and all that stuff, when he wanted to be president and he was sucking up to we the people and pretending to be a Christian, then you would find people in both directions. You would have some people saying, yeah, I like Trump, and then you'd have some saying, no, I don't like Trump. But when you come to something like this right here, trying to merge the military or anything else with Israel, then you don't have people on both sides. You have one side and they say, hell no. Okay, but I'm on the record now, and I am saying plain as day to all of this, hell no, that I don't want it. It better not happen. So that's it. This horse shit of them, they're putting out these laws and they'll say all this dumb shit that's going to happen, and then they do it because the people don't know to speak up and say no. And I was one of them too for a very, very long time. So if you don't say anything, you're saying yes. But I am saying something, and I say hell no, and get out of our country.
All right, sir, I have that all written down. I'll make sure it gets passed along, okay?
John, you done an amazing job for a trader, or not a trader, but you did Israel and the Illuminati a great service, because at least you pretended to write down, and you did say back to me probably more clear than anyone in the past has done.
Well, like I said, sir, I wrote it all down, and thanks for your call today, okay?
Have a great one.
You as well. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, it's awful hard to be any kind of cordial to any of them, and because if you think about how they're treating the people in Gaza right now, I'm not a Muslim. I'm not in for Muslim or whatever, but as far as I know, I need to do research into this, but right now we're not talking about merging with Muslims, are we? This is talking about merging with Israel. And but it's not just talk. As you can see right here, this isn't talk at all. This is action, where they're actually trying to make this happen. And if it happens, it's because we let it happen. So, but it's not on me. So if I meet you later on, if they fucking get this done, and that's how mad that I am, I don't give a shit. I'm telling you, you haven't seen anything yet, and they'll try to make it out like this is so minor that it's like, oh, it's just this, we're just sharing this or whatever. No, why in the hell are we sharing anything? They've been stealing from us for, well, of course you can't really say that neither, because it's one and the same. It's all the same damn people, isn't it? They can't even say, look, my gosh, you know what? I'm going to see if I can find that right now. Hold on a minute. Let's see, while we're right here, hold on, let's see if we can even find this together right here, right now. Congressmen won't even say America first. And let's see. Let's see here. I've got other videos that I've done watched and stuff on this, but this here, you got to remember, this platform here is owned by the demonics. They won't want this to get out. I'm telling you right now, and I don't care, because I'm over all of these Facebook owned by the demonics. All of them,
as
you
a
know.
fellow New Yorker.
I don't know how I can. Let's try it like this: asking Congress, America first or Israel first. Oh, right here's old Huckle P. Right here. This is the ambassador.
Former
Ambassador.
Arkansas governor and now U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, just got back from the war zone, and he says Americans are missing a critical truth.
Israel is the only democracy in that part of the world. America first doesn't mean America only.
You
It
hear
means
that?
America first. Well, if someone is helping us and is acting in a way that is beneficial to American freedom, to American values, then that too is a part of America first.
A former Arkansas governor and now U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, just got back from the war zone, and he says Americans are missing a critical truth.
Israel is the only democracy in that part of the world. America first doesn't mean America only.
See, I'm telling you, and that's a very light side of old Huckle P there. Here we go. Asking America first or Israel first on Capitol Hill. Here you go. Watch this.
So America first or Israel first, sir? America first or Israel first?
Okay. I'm not a congressperson.
I didn't ask if you're a
I'm not
congressperson.
just a staffer. I'm not
You're
answering.
just a staffer. Don't get scared, sir.
No,
Don't get
I'm a
scared.
private citizen.
You're
I'm not
scared.
answering your
You're
question.
scared. Don't be scared, sir.
I'm not being scared. I'm
You're
a private
scared.
citizen. I don't want to answer your
You're
question.
scared, sir. It's okay. Free Palestine, sir. Free Palestine. You're a staffer. Excuse me, young whippersnappers. America first or Israel first? Sorry? You can't say America first, bro? You guys cannot say America first? Who do you work for that you can't say America first?
Biggest daggone pussies I've ever seen,
You guys stand for
man.
Palestine?
No, that'd have to be Trump and the rest of them.
Can you research how to get a life and not be a loser? Dear brother, America first or Israel first? No good answer? I think that speaks volumes, though. That's not a very powerful hand.
He's got his hair all spiked up there like a frickin' 12-year-old, you know, what he's attracted to anyway.
You got to get more powerful if you have aspirations of making it in this town, sir.
He wants to look like what he's
Don't you have
after.
power, sir. You're going to be a
12-year-old.
interim secretary for life, sir.
There you go. I'm telling you, man, it is absolutely sad. And I mean, you can find all kinds of videos like that, one right after another or whatever. Listen, if you're here and you watch, thank you so much. God bless you. I think you're amazing. Shout out to the gnome, #1 supporter to the channel and to me. And I certainly appreciate you. Thank you so much, Noma. She put in her separate call as well to this demonic regime that has invaded our country and are putting all these according, you know, to not just the Constitution but also in real life, as I well know, illegal taxes and seizures and charges and everything else, you know, that's absolutely ludicrous. So anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you want to subscribe and become somebody who actually has a voice and an American, a patriot, then jump in here. Let's talk about it, and let's not just talk about it, but let's do something. Hey, God bless you, and signing off.